Most people think of Central Catholic and Jesuit when it comes to Mount Hood Metro rivalries. What many people forget lurking in the shadows is the rivalry between Aloha and Reynolds.
From the visiting Reynolds Raiders, freshman number 0, Mason Gray. Junior number 3, Jojo.
As this is a game that has been within a couple of sessions the past several years for both these teams. All the situation with Reynolds having the number 1 freshman in the state.
And freshman number 22, Jordan Smith.
Being that guy right there, Jordan Smith.
And now for your Aloha Warriors, senior number 1, Aloha. Junior number 2, Wyatt Hoover. Sophomore number 3, Jamarian Hurley. Sophomore number 10, Joseph Adair. And freshman number 11, Zach Lee. And coach for the Warriors, Kevin Bloodstock. Officials for tonight's contest, Blake Coleman, AC Coleman, and Jim Duncan.
And here we go, getting ready to get this rivalry game underway here at Aloha. Reynolds coming off a 40-point win against South Albany after Jordan Smith's 40-point performance. So the Warriors a great opening quarter against Forest Grove. Unfortunately fell short to the Vikings on Tuesday, or last Friday. Freshman versus freshman on the opening jump here at Aloha. As we get ready to get this one underway. And here we go. Reynolds, Aloha underway, and it'll begin with the Raiders. On opening drive, it'll be shot no good. The rebound and the basket cannot fall for the Raiders. Out of bounds, stays with the Raiders. 8 seconds into the game. After Eddie Sazbaden can't get it to go. Sazbaden gets it back. Pump fake, draws the foul, and he'll have to line for 2 shots to open up the game for the Raiders. And Jamarian Hurley on the opening foul for the Warriors. First shot's good for the Raiders. Eddie Sazbaden puts him on the board. 1-0 Raiders. And the second shot for the Raiders. Good. 2-0 Reynolds. Here comes the Aloha offense for the first time in this game. Jamarian Hurley, the ball carrier for Aloha. Opening drive. Here Levon, the handoff to Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair looking for someone to find. Finds Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley finds Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair inside the paint. Draws the foul. And Jordan Smith will be called for the foul. Joseph Adair to shoot 2 for the Warriors. Here's the first shot for Joseph Adair. It's good. 2-1 Raiders. Second shot's good. We're tied 2 each. 7:22 to go in the first quarter. Raiders with the basketball. Jordan Smith, the 3 no good. And the rebound will be by JoJo Jenkins in the foul draw. And foul will be on Zach Lee. It'll be Jalen Smith, shoot 2 for the Raiders. Correction, was not a shooting foul, it was before the shot. And a steal for Zach Lee. Joseph Adair trying to drive, trying to find help. Finds Hero Levon, the floater, air ball. Joseph Adair able to save it. Back to Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley, the pass back to Hero Levon. Hero Levon drawing to the basket. Out of bounds. Stays with the Warriors with 18 on the shot clock. Wyatt Hooper to throw the inbound in for the Warriors. Here we go. Finds Joseph Adair on the inbound for the Warriors. Back to Hero Levon. Hero looking for somewhere to go, getting pushed back. 10 on the shot clock now for the Warriors. Finds back to Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair gets not tripped. He travels. And that's a turnover for the Warriors. Back to the Raiders. Back in bounds with Carson Cisco and the Raiders. Tied game 2-2, 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Eddie finds the pass to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith drains the three. And it's 5-2 Raiders. Here comes Jordan Smith. Here are the Warriors. Traveling on the Warriors on Joseph Adair. Goes back to the Raiders. Back in bounds of Jalen Smith and the Raiders. 5-2 Raiders lead. They find Jordan Smith, and he gets fouled as he misses the shot, and he'll head the line for 2 shots. And 3 fouls on the Warriors. Not even 2 minutes in this first quarter. First shot's good for Jordan Smith and the Raiders. 6-2. Second shot's also good. 7-2 Reynolds. 5 points already for Jordan Smith. Here go the Warriors back on offense, approaching 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jamarian Hurley, the ball carrier. Miscommunication on the pass. Straight in the hands of Eddie. And the foul and the basket to go for the Raiders. Reynolds extending their lead quickly early in this ballgame. With 5:54 to go in the first quarter. Eddie Sazab at him. Misses the shot. Offensive rebound for the Raiders by Jalen Smith. With his brother Jordan Smith. Eddie travels, and the Warriors get the basketball back. Back in bounds with the Warriors. They trail by 7 on a 7-0 Reynolds run. Jamarian Hurley with the basketball. Driving, looks for help, can't find it. Finally finds Zach Lee. Back to Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley finds Wyatt Hooper. And Wyatt Hooper, the pass to Joseph Adair, gets out of the paint. Basket cut to Joseph Adair, and he draws the foul. And that's the second foul on Jordan Smith. That's big early for the Warriors. And Joseph Adair to shoot 2 more free throws for the Warriors with 5:14 to go in the first quarter. First shot's no good for Joseph Adair. Here goes the second shot for Joseph Adair. It's up and good. But it's stepped over the line, so no basket. Goes to the Raiders, stays 9-2. Timeout Warriors, a full timeout called by Aloha. 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Reynolds off to a hot start with a 7-0 run. They lead 9-2 over the Warriors. And the timeout, 9-2, Reynolds leads it. Reynolds basketball after the lane violation on the Warriors. Back in bounds with Reynolds. They lead by 7 on a 7-0 run. And they look to make it more. But it's out of bounds to the Warriors. Or, correction, the Raiders. Stays with the Reynolds with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan Smith to throw the inbound. Back in bounds with Eddie. They give the pass back to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith for 3. It's drained. He's got 8 points. 10-point Reynolds lead. 10-0 run for the Raiders. Warriors trying to end that drought. Jamarian Hurley gets fouled on the 3, and he'll head the line for 3 shots. And JoJo Jenkins picks up the foul for the Raiders. Jamarian Hurley looks to turn the lead to hopefully 7 for the Warriors. First shot rolls in for Jamarian Hurley. 12-3, Raiders. Second shot strained. 12-4, with 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Last year's freshman star Jackson Ivey. His first sprint in this game. Jamarian Hurley to shoot his 3rd shot. Drained. 12-5. Warriors trail. And Reynolds looks to get a run going right back. And draws the and 1. That time by Nera Fentroy. Really the line for the and 1.
Warriors number 11, Zach Lee. At the line, Reynolds. Number 10, fourth shot.
Goes the N1 for the Raiders. No good. Raiders rebound it though. Goes Eddie trying to drive inside, lost the ball. Raiders scoop it up. Mason Gray to pick up. Jordan Smith for 3, no. Eddie with the rebound. Eddie with the layup to go. By far the one weakness on this team is Aloha is in a huge height disadvantage. That has clearly been showing to start this game off. 16-5. Jamarian Hurley gets the layup to go. 16-7, right, Raiders. And the Raiders travel, goes back to the Warriors with 4:08 to go in the first quarter. 16-7, Raiders lead. Jamarian Hurley, the ball carrier for the Warriors, coming across the court for the Warriors. They trail by 9, 16-7, 4-minute mark in the first quarter. Hero Levon, dangerous pass, gets it off to Zach Lee. Zach Lee driving inside the paint, no good, gets his own rebound. Shot gets blocked, and then gets his rebound again, misses it again, and it goes back to the Raiders. Jordan Smith, quick jumper, way overshot. Goes back to the Warriors. Here goes Zach Lee, the pass to Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley takes a 3. It's good! 16-10. Here go the Warriors. Wide open 3 for Jordan Smith. You bet that's drained. I believe that's 11 points for him already. Scored more than half the team's points already for Jordan Smith and the Raiders. Here Levon, the basketball back to Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey back to here Levon. Here Levon takes the 3. Just to the right, no good. Zach Lee fights for the rebound, out of bounds. To the Raiders. Off Zach Lee. And Joseph Adair returning for the Warriors. Back in bounds with the Raiders. They lead by 9, 19-10. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter for the Raiders. Jalen Smith, the drive. overshoots the layup, and a foul will be called on Eddie. Goes to the Warriors. Reynolds out of fouls to give for the first quarter. Both teams shooting the rest of the quarter. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. They trail by 9. Jackson Ivy the ball carrier. Back to Jamarian Hurley. Jackson Ivy. The pass now to here Levon. Here Levon back to Jackson Ivy. Now it's in the hands of Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair getting trapped. And Joseph Adair forced into the travel after getting cornered. Goes to the Raiders. Back in bounds with Jalen Smith and the Raiders. They lead 19-10. Mason Gray the pass. Back to Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith to Mason Gray. Reynolds setting up a play. Gets a screen, but White Hooper right on that. Ball gets tipped out of bounds to the Warriors. Perfect defensive drive for Aloha, and they get a stop. Back in bounds with the Warriors. They trail by 9, 19-9. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter for the Warriors. Here Levon gets his pass swatted. Returned by the Reynolds. Here goes Jordan Smith. Getting out there to fall, overshoots it. And the second time, no good. Jordan Smith gets the rebound this time. Falls on the ground, and he gets the layup to go. He's got 13. He's got 2/3 of Reynolds' points right now, 21-10. Wyatt Hooper for 3. It's good for Wyatt Hooper. Puts an end to Reynolds' scoring run. 21-13. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, 21-13. Timeout Reynolds. 21-13 Raiders. With a decent lead going into this rivalry game here at Aloha. 1:24 to go in the first quarter. Raiders lead by 8. .124 to go in the first quarter. Reynolds basketball after the timeout. Back in bounds with Jalen Smith and the Raiders. Just under 90 seconds to go in the first quarter for Reynolds. Jalen Smith. Back step 3. Overshoots it. No good. Eddie on the rebound. And the foul to go for Eddie. And back up to a 10-point lead for the Raiders. 23-13. Goes the N1 shot for Eddie and the Raiders. Shots up. And it rolls out. Joseph Adair on the rebound for the Warriors. They trail by 10, approaching 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. Quick swing to Hero Levon. Hero Levon takes the short jumper. It's good. And it's 23-15, back down to an 8-point Raiders lead. Warriors trying to push, but Reynolds making that difficult. And Reynolds loses the ball, but kicked off by the Warriors. Stays with the Raiders. Sean Paulo Seacat enters the game for the first time for the Warriors. Here go the Raiders. Back and bounce to Jalen Smith. Finds Mason Gray. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. And a foul will be called. And it's going to be Here Levon's, so not on the shooter. Foul on the side there for the Warriors. Mason Gray to get 2 shots for the Raiders. Trying to extend their lead back up to 10. First shot's good. (24-15) Reynolds. Second shot's also good for Mason Gray, the freshman. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. Jamarian Hurley will get headed in line for 2 shots due to it being bonus, as he draws the foul with 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. First shot's good for Jamarian Hurley. 25-16. Go the second shot for Jamarian Hurley. It's also good. 25-17. Deep court pass, a huge miscommunication. And he goes back to the Warriors. If Warriors time this right, they pretty much could make this the last shot if they do it correctly here, which would be huge. It is Aloha basketball to begin the second quarter. So a chance you can get some, really trim this lead down here if you play it right. Back in bounds with the Warriors. Here Levon takes the deep jumper from mid-range, rolls out, no good. Jalen Smith picks it up for the Raiders. Quick pass. Trying to drive inside for the jumper, rolls out. Fight for the ball. Jump ball goes to a low of 21.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Low gets another stop. 21 seconds for the Warriors here in this first quarter. Full court press for the Raiders. Back in bounds to Jermaine Hurley. Gives it back to White Hooper immediately. 15 seconds down in the first quarter. White Hooper to pass to Jamarian Hurley. Fakes out to Jackson Ivey. John Paulo Seacap. Pass back to Jamarian Hurley. Jackson Ivey takes the deep 3. It's well short. Air balls. Reynolds quickly takes a half-court shot. Air balls out as well. It's an 8-point game at the end of the first quarter, 25-17. Raiders up front at the end of 1. 3 quarters to go here at Aloha. Reynolds basketball to begin the second quarter. Near the end of quarter mission here at Aloha. 25-17 Raiders lead at the end of the first quarter. It'll be their basketball to begin the second quarter as well for the Raiders. Here at Aloha. Here we go. As right now, Eddie has exited the gym. I think he's just go get some water, use the bathroom. Huge advantage for Aloha for like the couple plays he may be out for, as that has been a big difference, is the height disadvantage for the Warriors. However, Jordan Smith back in the game for the Raiders as well, as he's already got 13 points. Second quarter underway. Begins with the Raiders. Jalen Smith gives it to Mason Gray. Mason Gray trying to drive. Finds Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, 16 points for him. 28-17. Raiders. Full court press for the Raiders. Warriors able to get by it. White Hooper gets trapped. Needs to find help. And it's going to be a jump ball. Goes to the Warriors. Wyatt Huber throw the inbound to Hero Levon. Never went inbounds, so no. Or correction, he's saying it was inbounds. So it goes to the Raiders. Jalen Smith draws the N1 for the Warriors. 30-17 Reynolds. Jalen Smith to shoot the N1 for the Raiders. It's good. 31-17 Reynolds. And a foul will be called on the Raiders. And they'll stay at the Warriors with 7:07 to go to the half. Whiteover inbound the basketball to Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley, the ball carrier for the Warriors. 14-point Reynolds lead. Wyatt Huber takes the jumper, overshoots it, no good. Rebound by Nara Fantroy. Out of bounds to the Raiders. So it'll be a throw-in for Reynolds. Eddie has returned for the Raiders. How do you get his jersey tucked in? As he finishes that. Here we go. Back in bounds with Eddie, but there's a foul, I think, on Eddie. And it goes to the Warriors. It is offensive foul as he pushed Jamarian Hurley. Warriors get a stop. 31-17. Warriors trail by 14. As Jackson Ivey gets the ball back to Hero Levon. Hero Levon driving fast. Gets it to go for Hero Levon. 31-19. 12-point Raiders lead. Jalen Smith with the basketball for the Raiders. It's Eddie. Eddie trying to drive. Finds Mason Gray. Mason three at Dame range. Three is good from Dame range. 15-point Reynolds lead. Warriors trying to break the full court press. They're able to. Jackson Ivey takes a three. It's good for Jackson Ivey. Warriors respond with three of their own. The quick three. And the foul drawn. And two shots coming up for JoJo Jenkins and the Raiders. And two shots coming up for the Raiders.
Number 3, JoJo Jenkins. 2 shots.
Was the first shot for JoJo Jenkins. It's up. It's good for the Raiders. Second shot's also good for JoJo Jenkins. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. They trail by 14. Ball in the air, scooped up by Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, 18 points for him. Jackson Ivey driving, gets swatted, almost draws the N1. He'll go to the line for two shots. First shot's good for Jackson Ivey. Cuts the lead down. Cuts Reynolds' lead down to 15. Joseph Adair returns for the Warriors. As Jackson Ivey to shoot his second shot. He rolls out, no good. JoJo Jenkins on the rebound for the Raiders. Here goes Reynolds. Back on offense, Mason Gray. Stumbles the ball, ball's on the ground. Wyatt Hooper forces the tough shot, no good. Rebound Jackson Ivey. Joseph Adair. T takes the back step three, no good. Rebound Jalen Smith. Mason Gray gets the layup to go for the Raiders. 17-point Reynolds lead. 5 minutes to go to the half. Here goes Hero Levon. And the Warriors. Back to Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey takes a Dame range three of his own. It's good from Dame range. Jackson Ivey hits it. Timeout Warriors. 40-26. 14-point Reynolds lead. Warriors trying everything they can to keep this game in comeback position for the Warriors. 4:55 to go in the first half. Here to Aloha. Reynolds coach not happy with these last couple of drives for the Raiders as they lead by 14. With 4:55 to go in the first half. Reynolds basketball. Back in bounds with the Raiders. Mason Gray. They lead by 14. Hand off to JoJo Jenkins. JoJo Jenkins to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith lost the ball. Stolen by John Paulo Seacat. And jump ball goes to the Raiders after a disaster by the Warriors. They're saying Reynolds got a timeout off before that. Instead, it'll be Reynolds basketball with 4:39 to go to the half.
Thirty-second timeout.
Near the end of the timeout, 26-40, the Raiders lead over the Warriors. 4:39 to go to the half here at Aloha. No jump ball. Reynolds got timeout off as Jalen Smith gets the ball. It goes out of bounds, but a miscommunication. But Mason Gray there to save it. Back to Jordan Smith. 18 points already for Jordan Smith. He may add to that here. Takes a three. Back step three is good. 21 points for him. Hero, the pass to Joseph Adair is good. 15-point Reynolds lead. Good pass. And JoJo Jenkins gets the layup to go. Here goes Aloha. They trail by 17. Wyatt Hooper getting trapped. Gets out of it. Pass to Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey finds Jamarian Hurley. Now to Wyatt Hooper. Jamarian Hurley takes the side jumper, no good. And rebound Mason Gray. Mason Gray to pass. And charging into him, can't get it, lost the ball. Out of bounds. To the Warriors. But Jordan Smith kicks it. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. 3:30 to go to the half. They trail by 17. Hero Levon with the basketball. Finds Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey to Jermaine Hurley. Jermaine Hurley has the wide open corner three. No good. Rebound Wyatt Hooper. Back to Jermaine Hurley. Jermaine Hurley goes up and gets the shot to fall in. 45-30. And the shot for Reynolds falls in. Naira Fantroy gets it to go for the Raiders. And traveling on the Warriors goes back to Reynolds. Back in bounds of Jordan Smith and the Raiders. Gives it to Mason Gray. 2:40 to go in the first half. Jordan Smith the pass. Trying to swing it back to Jordan Smith. Now to Mason Gray. Now back in the hands of Jordan Smith. #1 freshman in the state. He draws the foul, and it looks at his already 21-point night in just the first half. Jordan Smith looks to add to his great night already. 2 free throws here. First shot's no good for Jordan Smith. Here goes the second shot for Jordan Smith and the Raiders. He misses both of them into the hands of Hero Levon, but he almost loses it, and he was able to recover, and Warriors able to save it. Rare occurrence for Jordan Smith missing both free throws. Wyatt Hooper can't get it to fall. Press on the Warriors, and Jamarian Hurley will foul Fantroy. Warriors out of fouls to give for the first half, with 2:12 to go in the first half. And it's 47-30, a high-scoring game for sure for both these teams. Last year, this game was, I believe, 58-54. Warriors won. Warriors have won the last couple of seasons here against Reynolds. Reynolds looking to end that cold streak. Overshot the pass to Jordan Smith. Goes back to the Warriors. 2 minutes to go in the first half. So far, this has definitely been a sweet taste of revenge for the Raiders. As it's back in bounds to Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. They trail by 20. So they trail by 17. Hero Levon. The basketball, the pass to John Paulo Seacat. Jackson Ivey. Now Wyatt Hooper. Wyatt Hooper takes the corner three. Undershot it. Rebound Jordan Smith. And miscommunication to Mason Gray, but he gets a hold of it. Jalen Smith takes the three. Walls are not no good. Wyatt Hooper the rebound. Wyatt Hooper with the basketball. Tries to get a tough pass off, but can't get the pass to John Paulo Seacat. Goes back to the Raiders. 90 seconds to go in the first half. JoJo Jenkins returns for the Raiders. As Eddie to inbound the basketball for the Raiders. Back in bounds with Mason Gray and the Raiders. 90 seconds to go in the first half. The pass to Eddie backwards. Layup is good to go for the Raiders. 19-point Reynolds lead, 49-30. And the steal for Mason Gray, the freshman. And Van Troy gets the layup to go. Jackson Ivey, the three. It's drained for Jackson Ivey. And Eddie travels, goes back to the Warriors. A little momentum here for the Warriors at the moment. Can they keep it going? Next 45 seconds at least, try and trim that lead down. It's a little more manageable at halftime. Joseph Adair returns, taking place for Hero Levon. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Jamarian Hurley gets past half court line to Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey looking for help. Finds Wyatt Hooper. Wyatt Hooper almost loses the ball. Recovers it. Wyatt Hooper driving to the inside. Offensive foul on Wyatt Hooper. And it goes back to the Raiders with 30 seconds to go in the first half. With an 18-point Reynolds lead. Back in bounds with Reynolds. They lead by 18 with 25 seconds to go in the first half. And it's going to be JoJo Jennings with the basketball. Goes to Jalen Smith. Approaching 10 seconds to go. Back down to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith finds Fan Troy. He gets the layup to go. 53-33. Half-court shot, no good. 53-33, a high-scoring first half for both these teams. Both teams, Reynolds. Jordan Smith, 21 points in the first half for him. Coming out for a 38-point win earlier within this week. Halftime score, 33. Reynolds ball starts the second half here at Aloha.
On the camera, the Google will get notification. It must go this way. Wait for that way. I would have thought it was.
Yeah, it has to go that way if that goes that way.
That's what I was thinking.
Got a wild.
Barlow was like that too, though, and it went up.
Doesn't this look like the
Oh yeah.
the font is different. The colors are. It's like they redid the center.
It looks like they painted the wall, like the upper grade, because first off, they haven't put back their conference banners.
Yeah.
So I bet they painted it in the summer.
Can I look at the stats? I'm missing. How do you do it?
Let me check He is 21. Would you like to see my stats? They're very good.
I think I'm good.
Would you like to see my stats?
Yeah. Super
Is
stats.
there popcorn here? I'm hungry. Up there. Do you need anything? Oh, I got. Fill it up. You want water? Oh, yeah.
End of halftime intermission. 33-53. Warriors trail to the Raiders. Mason Gray to open up the inbound for the Raiders to start the second half. Here at Aloha. Here we go. Second half underway here at Aloha. Begins with Jalen Smith and the Raiders. Jordan Smith. 21-point first half for him. Finds the pass to Mason Gray. Mason Gray from dating range, no good. And Wyatt Hooper on the rebound for the Warriors. Very early to open up the opening drive for the Warriors. Get it to Wyatt Hooper. Wyatt Hooper finds Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair driving, tough shot, no good. Eddie on the rebound. And the pass is stolen by Hero Levon. And a foul will be called on the Raiders on Mason Gray. They'll stay with the Warriors. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. 7:20 to go in the third quarter. And a foul on Mason Gray again. 2 straight fouls on him. That's his third.
Second team foul, checking in for number 5.
Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. Here goes Joseph Adair. Joseph Adair no good. Zach Lee gets the offensive rebound. Zach Lee, the jumper. Drain for Zach Lee. 53-35. Reynolds leads. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here go the Raiders. Eddie with the basketball getting double teamed, but a foul will be called on Wyatt Hooper. Here we go. Jordan Smith to throw the inbound in for the Raiders. Back in bounds with Eddie and Reynolds. Joe Jenkins. Jordan Smith for 3. Rolls out, no good. Eddie the rebound and can't get the layup to follow. And the rebound is fumbled. And Eddie the layup to go. 55-35. Here go the Warriors, Jamarian Hurley. And miscommunication on the pass. Goes to Reynolds. 6:24 to go in the third quarter. Here goes Reynolds. And the foul, the basket to go. For Fan Troy. And one shot for Fan Troy and the Raiders. They lead by 22, look to make it 23. It's good. Jackson Ivey returns for the Warriors. That's 4 fouls on Wyatt Hooper. Not good for the Warriors. Back in bounds with the Raiders on defense. Warriors with the basketball. Here goes Jamarian Hurley, the pass to Zach Lee. Zach Lee gets a screen and draws the foul. And we'll stay with the Warriors. And 3-point foul for the Warriors. 2 fouls for the Warriors. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and the Warriors. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 58-35. Zach Lee makes it 58-37. Jordan Smith the pass to Eddie. Eddie gets the basket to go. And it's 60-37. And Hero Levon, the quick layup to respond. Violation on Eddie and the Raiders goes back to the Warriors. Here goes the Warriors. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and Aloha. Finds Jackson Ivey. Jackson Ivey, the corner 3, air balls. No good. Jalen Smith, rebound. Van Troy driving. Gets the pass off to JoJo Jenkins. He gets the shot to go. Out of bounds to the Warriors. Back in bounds with Jamarian Hurley and Aloha. They trail by 21. With 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jackson Ivey. And denied by the rim. Jordan Smith with the basketball. The pass to Eddie. Eddie, tough shot, draws the and one for the Raiders. And Eddie to shoot one more free throw for the Raiders. They're gonna make it a 24-point Reynolds lead. Free throw is good for Eddie. Here go the Warriors back on offense. Get the ball to Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley, deep two, no good, rolls out. Joseph Adair on the rebound. Joseph Adair back step jumper, that's good for Joseph Adair. Jalen Smith driving fast, draws the foul on the Warriors. And Jalen Smith to shoot two. First shot is good for Jalen Smith. Second shot for Jalen Smith is up and also good. 65-41. Here goes Zachary with the basketball. To Jamarian Hurley. Finds Joseph Adair. The pass to Jackson Ivey. Swings it back to Hero Levon. Hero Levon takes a Dame range three. That's good for Hero Levon from Dame range. 65-44. Reynolds leads. Jalen Smith for three, no good. Zachary on the rebound. It's the basket to Joseph Adair, no good. Rebound here, Levon. Pass out to Zachary. Zachary gets a shot to go. And it's 65-46. Tries to dunk over here, Levon, but can't get the dunk to go. And they call it a foul on Hero Levon. They shoot two shots for the Raiders. Appears Eddie may have a slight arm injury. Looks like he's good to go though, so he'll shoot the free throws for the Raiders. First shot's good for Eddie. Second shot's up, and no good. Mason Gray, the offensive rebound for the Raiders. Here goes Jordan Smith with the basketball. He takes the three. It's good, 24 for him. 69-46. Jackson, I think was going for the three, does not go for it. Gives it back to Jamarian Hurley. Now to Zach Lee. Zachary with the basketball, hands off to Hero Levon. Hero Levon back to Zachary. Zachary trying to drive. Ball gets swatted out of his hands by Eddie. Mason Gray tries to go for the fast break. Dribbles to right of him. Now back to Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith for three. No good. Rebound, Zachary. Goes Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley gets the floater, is up and no good. Rebound Reynolds. Van Troy gets the layup to go for the Raiders with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Here goes Hero Levon. Pass to Jamarian Hurley. To Zachary. Zachary shot the three. No good, but travel on the Warriors anyways. Full timeout Reynolds. They lead by 25, 71-46. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Reynolds up by 25. And a timeout, 71-46. Raiders lead by 25. Back in bounds with Jalen Smith and the Raiders. Breaks the press, gets across half court to Eddie. Now in the hands of Mason Gray for the Raiders. With 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Finds Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith gets starts to go. 26 points for Jordan Smith. Joseph Adair can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to go to Reynolds. John Paulo Seacat returns for Aloha. Back in bounds with Jalen Smith and the Raiders. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jalen Smith, the pass to Eddie. Eddie finds Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, 28 points for Jordan Smith. Here goes Hero Levon and the Warriors. 1:45 to go in the third quarter for Aloha. They trail by 29. And the steal for Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith gets the layup. He's got 30 points. And the score is 77-46. Here goes Joseph Adair, the pass to Zach Lee. Zach Lee takes the three. It's good for Zach Lee. They're marking it as a 2. 77-48. Eddie gets the backwards layup to go for the Raiders. Here, Levon the pass to John Paulo Seacat. John Paulo Seacat takes the jumper. Rolls out, no good. And Jordan Smith, the pass to Eddie. Eddie decides not to go for the dunk and goes for the layup. 81-49. Joseph Adair travels, gives it back to the Raiders. Here goes the Raiders. Jordan Smith gets out of trouble. 15 seconds to go. They're going to try to hold it to one shot here for the Raiders. Jordan Smith, jump shot. Rolls out, no good. Eddie on the rebound. Eddie will be fouled, headed line for 2 shots for the Raiders. And Joseph Adair picks up his 4th foul. Two more shots for Eddie and the Raiders. First shot's no good for Reynolds. Back in bounds with the Warriors. Pass is swatted by Caden Jewett. And it goes back to the Warriors. Jackson Ivey almost hits the near full court shot. 82-49 at the end of 3. Running clock, fourth quarter, after Reynolds' 33-point lead. One more quarter to go here at Aloha. As quarter intermission comes to an end here, home of the Warriors. 8 more minutes to go here tonight. Reynolds looking to get revenge on the Warriors by maybe dropping 100 points on it. We will see. With star player Jordan Smith. As it looks like they may be just resting him at this point. Leave him at 30. Jackson Ivey opens up. Fourth quarter for the Warriors. Pass to John Paulo Seacat. John Paulo Seacat looks for a pass. Gets Hero Levon. No good. Rebound Zach Lee. Zach Lee the pass to Joseph Adair. And he'll head to the line for 2 shots. First shot's good for Joseph Adair. 82-50. Second shot's good. 82-51. Here go the Raiders. Jalen Smith. The pass to Mason Gray. Mason Gray drives inside. Jumper, no good. Rebound, John Paulo Seacat. And the steal for the Raiders. JoJo Jenkins will be fouled and head to the line for 2 shots for the Raiders. Eddie and Jordan Smith to return for the Raiders. And 2 more shots for the Raiders. First shot's good for JoJo Jenkins. Seven minutes to go, 83-51 in Reynolds. They look to make it 84-51 at pending free throw. Okay, here we go. Second shot's up. Short. And Jordan Smith, the rebound. Tough shot, gets it to go. 32 points for Jordan Smith. And Jordan Smith is hurt. Not sure what happened there. Jordan Smith has returned. Back in bounds with Hero Levon and the Warriors. They trail by 34. Jackson Ivy driving. Jackson Ivy gets the layup to go. And JoJo Jenkins gets the fast break layup. 87-53. Big one shot for Hero Levon is no good. Jalen Smith the rebound. John Polisicat try to rip it away. Jalen Smith drives inside. His shot's good. 89-53. Joseph Adair's shot is no good. Rebound Reynolds. Jalen Smith draws the foul. And 2 shots coming up for him.
Foul on the Warriors, number 10, Joseph Adair, 5th personal.
And Joseph Adair is fouled out of the game. Jamarian Hurley to sub in for Joseph Adair.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 3, Jamarian Hurley. At the line for Reynolds, number 4, Jalen Smith, 2 shots.
Jalen Smith shooting 2 for the Raiders. And 5:49 to go in the game. First shot's no good. Stays 89-53. Second shot's up, and it's good for Jalen Smith. Jordan Smith tried to come into the game, but the person in charge of medical has said no. She's getting, I believe, if I remember correctly, she's like top 3 for athletic nurses in the nation, so her call is the right call. Also, anyone, as any doctor would be. Eddie thinks about the 3, does not go for it. Instead, goes for the crazy layup, no good. Jamarian Hurley the rebound. Gives to Jackson Ivy. Jackson Ivy finds Jamarian Hurley. Jamarian Hurley the drive. The cut to the basket. Overshoots the layup. No good. Football pass to JoJo Jenkins is good. Touchdown. Because he traveled, so he walked 20 steps. And making his first appearance of the season is Antoine Figueroa Julian for the Warriors. As he is able to make his debut on the court. Back him out to Jackson Ivy and the Warriors. Down 37. Pass is taken back by Van Troy. And gets the layup to go. 92 points for the Raiders. Zach Lee takes the day range 3. It's short. Rebound Eddie. Gives it to JoJo Jenkins. JoJo Jenkins. Tough shot. Gets it to go. 94-53 Raiders. Zach Lee shots and rolls out, no good. Jalen Smith the rebound. Jalen Smith the pass to JoJo Jenkins. JoJo Jenkins driving, travels, and it goes back to the Raiders. Jordan Smith now allowed to return for the Raiders. Caden King also entering the game for the first time for the Raiders. And another set for the Raiders. 3:30 to go in the game, 94-53. Reynolds looks like they're on a mission to score 100. To secure complete revenge over the Warriors. Hero Levon to Antoine. John Paul Seacat. Now Zach Lee with the basketball. Zach Lee driving, jump stop. To John Paul Seacat, now to Antoine. Signals Jack to make the basket cut. Perfect play call by Antoine. Ivy can't the layup. And here comes Eddie. Fails the dunk, but draws the foul. And there'll be 2 shots for Eddie and the Raiders with 2:52 to go in the game. First shot's good for Eddie, 95-53. Second shot for Eddie's up. Rolls in, it's good, 96-53. Here's Hero Levon with the basketball for the Warriors. Reynolds is playing tough. They want that 100. Antoine with the basketball for the Warriors. Loses the ball, recovers it. Goes to Hero Levon. Hero Levon takes a 3. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Caden King. Here we go. Jalen Smith trying to drive. Finds Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith for 3. Air balls. Rebounded by the Warriors. Well, still full court pressing. Up 40. Zach Lee. Pass it cut to Antoine. Antoine gets called for 3 in the key. Goes back to the Raiders. 2 minutes to go, 96-53. See how bad Reynolds wants that 100. Jordan Smith with the basketball. Tries to drive to the basket, and he gets fouled. And on the ground, no shot. And it's like Reynolds may not be able to hit the 100. Here we go. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Miscommunication. Can't get the layup to go. And it's rebounded by the Warriors. Here goes Jackson Ivy. Lost the ball. Saves it. The pass to Hero Levon. Hero Levon takes a deep 3. No good. Raiders rebound it. Here we go. The Raiders. Skating King with the basketball for the Raiders. Deep pass. Deflected. Taken back by Zach Lee. And the carry goes back to the Raiders. Back in bounds, and they are just gonna just run down that clock. Reynolds decided now they still want some points. And 98-53. (98-53). And the 3 is drained for John Paulo Seacat. It looks like they will just run out that clock. And it's going to be 98-56. Warriors about the 100-point game by Reynolds. Reynolds takes control. They are on top of the Warriors for the first time in several years. 98-56, the final score here at Aloha. Be back Friday for Aloha in Liberty.